Hello there, people. This is Ryan here.
And this is Other Ryan here.
And today, we're going to be talking about something we have found in the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 teaser trailer. And what exactly have we found?
We have found a poster that may represent or resemble Sparky the dog, the fan-made animatronic.
Yeah, Sparky has existed since, was it Five Nights at Freddy's 1 it first originated?
Yes, it was a photoshopped file. I forgot when it came out though.
Basically, the file featured a distorted, noise-infested, shall we say, image of a door opening with a clear sign saying employees only, and it looks like a dog animatronic is opening the door, looking, I suppose you could say, quite intensely into the camera. This sparked a lot of original controversy, and it was actually debunked to be a fake. However, we found some quite compelling information, and we're going to be talking about this. So whether Scott is implementing this animatronic or not, we'll leave that up to you guys, and definitely let us know in the comments. But without further ado, we're going to jump straight into this video. Okay then, so what we have here is a still image of the poster in question on the wall. What we've actually done is we've corrected it, we've removed any perspective distortion, and you are now seeing a front view of the image. It's very blurry, it's hard to make out anything in particular, but just from this alone, we can kind of see that the animatronic possesses some features that are very unique, and we haven't actually seen many things like this before.
No, what we can see here is, if we look very carefully, we can see floppy ears. Most animatronics that we know, they have ears that poke upwards, such as Foxy. Pretty much every other animatronic has upward-facing ears, except this drawing here. Yeah,
which I find really interesting, if I'm completely honest, and what we can see based on the angles of these ears is that they're actually comprised of two different parts. We can see like a sharp bend towards the end of the ear. So what we're going to begin by doing is resing this image up a little bit for you guys so you can actually see this in higher detail too. So if we enable the outline, which I have drawn, we can actually start to make shape here to some of the various components and bits which have gone into this drawing. I'm going to disable it again so then you can compare. So there's the original, and then with the outline. So you can actually see where we've gathered the information from and the detail. And what I'm also going to do now is just add the shading just to make it a little bit more clearer. So with the shading enabled, here we go. We have a much more distinctive outline, and we're going to talk now about some of the really unique features this thing possesses. There's a couple of features which are unique about this animatronic. Of course, there's not many because most of the animatronics share similar traits, but a few distinctive ones, and of course we've mentioned the ears already. No other animatronics actually have floppy ears, and it's more the angle. They seem to start from the side of the head and definitely droop down inevitably, and that's obviously the most interesting point. But the second point I actually wanted to make is the shape of the legs. Now if you look the way the upper thigh goes, the quad, it kind of has an arc. And if you look at a dog, if you have a dog, you can actually see that the upper portion of the dog's leg does the same thing. We can also see a mid-joint where the knee is, and it's going, it's inverted, so it's the opposite way before, followed by the foot. So this, I think, is a very distinctive feature which differs from all the other animatronics and even Foxy. So firstly, I think that's incredibly compelling evidence, and it's very interesting to say the least.
Yeah, definitely. Also, I just noticed as well that this one has a snout.
Yeah.
You can see obviously from the nose. I mean, the other animatronics they have bare kind of snouts, don't they? But with this one, it's kind of prominent. Like you can see the kind of black outline of like the nose, and yeah, it definitely looks like a snout. Which
is that? Sorry, continue. Sorry.
Well, I'm just saying, which resembles much like to a dog.
Yeah. And the other interesting thing is that, you know, it's one thing to say it's a dog, but when you start seeing more specific features such as the droopy cheeks, it actually becomes a little bit more distinctive, I suppose, because now we can see there's an actual breed of dog within this animatronic rather than it just being a blunt dog. There is more detail, so this image possesses quite a lot of evidence, really, I suppose.
Yeah, and the thing is, I believe that maybe it's not an actual animatronic, but I believe that Scott maybe actually decided to look through the fan-made stuff and thought, you know what, I might include some of these as posters, like, you know, as kids are drawing. So almost like the kids, like, drawing to, like, his followers, if you know what I mean. And what we're creating is what he's putting on the wall, which would be amazing if he has done that, which would be pretty awesome of him.
That just shows what sort of guy Scott is, really. I mean, we know he really does enjoy this, judging by the latest post on Steam, in fact. But this is quite unique because mostly we see the drawings on the wall to be of things that we see in-game or of an animatronic. even if this thing isn't an animatronic at all, what about if it's like a secret plushie that we're going to see in one of the rooms in the corner? I mean, that would be really interesting, wouldn't it? Like, just sat on the top or something.
That would be awesome, yeah. I mean,
Just-
you know what Scott's like with his Easter eggs as well. He really likes to hide them in plain sight, and until you know, obviously spot it.
Yeah, of course, until it comes to light with the whole community. But this is it, guys, for this one. Of course, have a look at the picture yourself. You saw where the trailer was paused. Definitely analyse that. We hope you did enjoy this unique look into one of the posters on the wall, and it's quite fascinating how we can analyse a simple poster on a wall and get so much information from it.
Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Alright then, guys, so thank you very much for watching the video. Of course, if you did enjoy, remember to like, and also if you want to see all upcoming content similar to this, be sure to subscribe.
Thank you for watching, guys.
Thank you for watching our latest video.
If you enjoyed the content, be sure to show your appreciation by liking the video.
To stay up to date with all upcoming content, be sure to subscribe.